Hello, everyone, and welcome to Black and White. I'm Johnny, and I'm the white.
And I'm Dion, and I'm the black.
And this is a result of me and Dion spending countless nights on Skype ranting and raving and deciding we should share our rants with the people.
Those of you who actually give a damn about two random people on the internet.
Well, I don't know, Green 9090's channel podcast seems to keep going, so. Although
Okay.
he has a more wicked picture than we do. I put this shit together in freaking Windows Paint.
Okay, so, folks, if you don't know, we basically are going to be talking about whatever the hell we feel like.
Yeah, no, like we're more than likely gonna start off with a topic like we're thinking of. We're gonna do a topic, and we're gonna end up on like bondage, slavery, sex trades in Uganda.
Or my better topic for possible next week episode, we'll talk about why I think Equestria is a communist nation. But moving on.
I can't wait for them.
But, take it away, Johnny. Tell us what we're going to be talking about this week.
Well, you see, me and Dion are very much a longtime follower of thatguywiththeglasses.com.
I've basically been following the website for a good 4 years.
I think I've been going about that long.
Mainly the state of the website's been somewhat in chaos the past, well, since Nostalgia Critic retired for half a year.
London Bridge essentially came crashing right the fuck down.
Yeah.
Okay, it all started out with To Boldly Flee, which was not nearly as good as Kick-Assia or the other one. No, not the Brawl. What was the one where he dressed up as Suburban Knights? Yeah, it was not nearly as good as Kick-Assia or Suburban Knights.
I don't know. I felt that the humor wasn't as potent as it was in Suburban Knights. That was a big problem for me, but I loved the story.
The best thing they could do for that, and the one thing they did do, was add Yezu Otaku.
True.
Her as Ed.
That was freaking hilarious.
I haven't even watched Cowboy Bebop, and that fucking shit's hilarious to me.
I have watched Cowboy Bebop. I am going to rewatch it because I love that. And I think he made a very good Edward, if anyone gives me that.
Hold on a second. Ah, my fucking heater went off.
You fish, whatever.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a podcast. You can fuck up.
Well, I am playing Mario, and I'm lost again. But whatever. The point is, for what seemed to be a good length of time, but what we understand, Nostalgia Critic or Doug Cooper was at the time contemplating the retirement of the character Nostalgia Critic.
Well, it's not even contemplating. He retired the character of the Nostalgia Critic in favor of a show called Demo Reel.
And other shows that I don't know he's going to do.
Yeah, apparently he had like a bunch of these other shows planned.
With his brother.
I do know they've started something called Sibling Rivalry.
Which I haven't watched yet. I've been thinking about it. I didn't even look at it yet.
I've watched one Sibling Rivalry. I forget which one it is. It really just came off to me as like one of the Cinema Snobs midnight screening things.
Ah.
I know it's got a name and it kind of sounds like a show, but all it is, they go to the movies, they come back, they do a vlog about it.
I think what's that show called? I forget. It's something with it starts with a G. I don't know. The point is, for that time when Nostalgia Critic retired, he started up a new show called Demo Reel. And the concept was, from what he explained, was basically he had a group of 2 actors, a writer, a German director, a cinematographer, and his Northern Ireland assistant. Is that it? Is that correct?
Oh my god, this was a sitcom from the fucking beginning, wasn't it? The black guy, the girl, the Irishman, and the Scot. Or no, sorry, not the German.
The German.
The German.
The East German, by the way, folks.
What was his name again? Carl Copenhagen?
Carl Copenhagen, which was the best character in that show.
Oh, he was.
I'm sorry. He's one of the reasons why I watched it. He's just so much fun. And here's what the problem is, folks. Here's where it fell apart for me. Right about the show started about, I believe, September or June. Someone correct me. Someone will in the comments eventually, but it started around that time.
September or June. That's kind of a big jump, dude. It happened somewhere within those 5 months.
Somewhere within the time frame there, demo reel started up. And to be honest, you had the fans that accepted the show, and you had the fans that wanted to burn to the ground, use it for a sacrificial sacrifice.
Okay.
The nostalgic triumphant turn from the grave.
Here's the thing. Okay, I'd let you go on, but I'm one of the people that was like, I was sad to see the critic go, but I was interested in seeing what they were going to do with demo reel.
Yeah, I was one of those people. I wanted to see demo reel for what it was. I wanted to see Doug's work.
But here's the thing. Doug got too big for his panties. Was the entire point to this. Like, he thought he was a bigger talent than he is.
And don't worry, folks. We'll explain that clearly.
Oh, yeah, no, like... oh, hold on.
The history behind why we're actually talking about this.
Like, I am a huge fan of Doug Walker and, like, everything he does. I love Video Game Confessions, Ask That Guy. I love the Nostalgia Critic, and don't get me wrong, I did like Demo Reel. It just really reeked of a show that had too much confidence behind it that it turned into cockiness.
Here's the problem with Demo Reel. To anyone's surprise, if anyone's actually watched the show, you basically have a young-ish director by the name of Donnie Ray, who basically had his concept was he could take movies from Hollywood, big budget movies, bad, good, and forgettable, and basically make them better, apparently. With his writer friend named Tacoma.
With his, well, can we just say with his crack team of specialists?
With his crack team of specialists of, was it Renee's? What was it again?
I don't give a fuck. You know who she was to me? She was Rachel from Glee. That's exactly who she was. Just watch the first season of Glee and watch Rachel walk around being all like, oh, I'm the best talent that we have here. I'm a superstar. I'm stage material. And you can tell that she's good. And she's good. But God, is she not as good as she thinks she is. And that's the joke? I was just gonna, for someone who makes, like, the people on his site make fun of Glee a lot. This is kind of stealing. Like, if I were someone off of Glee, if I were the chick who played Rachel and I watched Demo Reel, I'd be like, hey, bitch.
Well, this does not belong, does it? The Demo Reel's biggest problem to me, and here it is, folks, to anyone who's watched the show, I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but y'all have to agree, when this show came out, and we realized after how many episodes of Demo Reel were there? Like,
there was, like, full episodes, I think there was, like, 7.
Okay. In a 7-episode span, I was able to realize after discussing with you in the 3rd episode, I realized that Donnie Dupre, in a nutshell, is basically what happens if you got Nostalgia Critic a director's job.
Yeah, no. And here's the thing, they weren't even trying to hide it. They were like, I'm critiquing nostalgic movies. Hee hee, wink wink. Get it, audience? You know what I'm reminded of? You know his review of The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
You remember when he remarks that Sonic actually lifts up the mask and winks towards the audience to let it know it's him?
Yeah.
Like we didn't already know?
Yeah.
He did that.
A lot. It
He
wasn't.
it was like the only way it could have been worse is if he literally would have stopped time, everything went to sepia tone, and he looked at the crowd and went, "You see what I'm doing, right? Because I was the nostalgia critic."
Wink, wink. Just, it,
It was
I'm not.
blatant.
And I'm not. You see, the problem with demo reel was, even if that was what the concept was. Here's what makes me sad about demo reel. And it all stems back to what happened about 2 weeks ago, folks. He brought back Nostalgia Critic.
No, it's been more than 2 weeks. It's been about a month now.
Yeah, but yeah, if we're doing the podcast now, but
We are doing the podcast now. Fuck night. I can't
but
upload this podcast before we record it.
God damn it, just listen to me for like 5 seconds. Stop. Okay, but the point is, he brought Nostalgia Critic back in an elaborate 20-minute. What do we call that? I don't even think that counts as a demo reel episode, really. But whatever it was.
It was a tag along to Boldly Flee.
If that's what it feels like, then fine. I mean, but that's what it was, and I'm fine with that. But basically, what it was he took the concept of Boldly Flee with the random plot hole that Monty created from the soup can thrown into the void.
Don't
And,
ask questions.
but if you remember To Boldly Flee, we remember that Monty disappeared, and Nostalgia Critic assimilated himself into the plot hole. So, in this special, what basically happens is Doug suddenly just stops writing demo reel and basically starts having Nostalgia Critic, or hallucination of him, basically tell him that he was basically on burnout. And to be fair, I would understand that. He's been doing the same thing every Tuesday for 4 years. Burnout was an inevitability.
Yeah, no, I completely understand on that. But, like, here's the thing. Doug Walker is not 16. He doesn't need to be like, oh, I'm burnt out, so fuck the character. I'm going to write this incredibly forced plot line of a plot hole, and I'm going to retire the Nostalgia Critic. And here's the thing, that's exactly why I didn't really like To Boldly Flee. It all centered around one joke. The plot hole. Get it? Because it's a hole in the plot, but it's an actual hole in space. It was a joke that got tiring.
And that's To Boldly Flee was basically the only thing with that kind of joke going on, getting tired really fast. The only thing that kept the movie up was the inner character subplots, which by far were probably the best part of the movie, especially what was going on with Todd, Shadows, Lupa, and Nostalgia.
Oh yeah, no, that was actually kind of cool.
And Mekakara for some reason.
Mekakara.
By the way, whoever's okay, Doug, who wrote this thing, I still don't like the idea of making Linkara appear at the end like that and then get his ass kicked by one laser. It just
Okay, so to get back on track, the nostalgia critic and Doug Walker, or the writer, I guess, but we can just call him Doug fucking Walker. The nostalgia critic and Doug Walker, they sit down and they're like, you know, you want to do nostalgia critic again, motherfucker. You got new ideas. You can do this. And Doug's like, fine, but couple of conditions. The first condition that he had was that nostalgia critics came out every 2 weeks to keep the jokes fresh and
For him to develop new ones.
and for him to develop jokes and actually have time to think. I like that. I don't like the fact that we don't get a critic episode every week, but you know, as long as they're still critic episodes, they still got that feel, and he can come up with new jokes and memes and shit like that, then fine. The second option was that the first movie that he reviewed had to be The Odd Life of Timothy Green, which apparently was the movie that made him, I don't know if that was like out of character as well. Maybe he sat down and watched that movie and he's like, I can think of so many jokes to make with the critic of this. And then he decided to write this travesty. But he's like, that's the next movie I have to review as the critic, or the next movie we review as the critic is The Odd Life of Timothy Green.
And for those of you folks who spent money to watch that piece of garbage movie,
oh, sweet Jesus. We'll get to that review in a sec.
The problem we have, and...
There was one more. There was one more thing. No
ahead.
cutoff dates.
No cutoff dates, to me, is probably best. I like the idea that he's finally going to review movies outside of the cutoff, basically. Because what was his cutoff date exactly?
10 years.
10 years.
Like, it had to be 10 years previous, so something from, like, 2003 and back. So he wouldn't review anything from 2004.
Yeah, I like the idea of the cutoff dates because it basically allows for more jokes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He could start reviewing the fucking Transformers movies.
And I cannot wait that day. Oh, folks, if you haven't realized, I despise the Transformers movies. Like many of you do as well.
It's Transformers Fall of the Transformers series. Because it's not even Transformers anymore. It's Shia LaBeouf whines for an hour and a half, then Michael Bay jerks off on a bunch of metal.
And explosions.
Explosions and some titties, and we're good.
Oh, and don't forget the military equipment. Let's not forget about the oh-so-useful American military in the movies.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Not the all-powerful American military, but... Were they really necessary in this movie?
You know what? At least they showed they were fucking doing something, unlike half the Power Rangers series.
That is true.
So then, 2 weeks later, the nostalgia critic is back, and instead of his, hello, I'm the nostalgia critic, he has the review must go on, but like a rock version of that. I like it.
The idea of giving an intro. I like the idea of giving it an intro. My problem with the problem with nostalgia critic coming back, and I've seen fans outline this. Here's the question: did he bring this back because he felt like he could bring something fresh and new, or did he bring it back because the fans were tearing apart his new dream?
I don't know. I can't answer that, but it is something I've been wondering as well. Did he bring it back because of the fans or not?
And to be brutally honest, let's talk about Demareel in a nutshell, because I want to talk about more Demareel. Demareel wasn't a bad idea. I liked the concept. I liked the show. It was kind of funny. Well, not kind of funny. It was really funny.
The first 2 episodes to me were bland. Like, they didn't... I didn't care about Donnie Dupre. And the problem with that is that they were trying to make this about Donnie Dupre. This was supposed to be about Doug's character. And I didn't give a fuck. Like, you and me both agree, Carl Copenhagen's the best fucking character in that thing.
Oh, by far.
He's hilarious. The Irish guy, he's fucking hilarious too. I think he was... No, Carl Copenhagen was played by Rob Walker, right?
Yes.
And then you've got the two newbies. The Tacoma and Renee.
Renee Stone. No, it's not Stone A, it was Stone. The accent's silent.
Yeah.
Trying to fake that logic somewhere.
Renee Stone. And Tacoma. Like, I liked them.
They were great characters.
They were funny. They were very good actors. I believed their characters, man. I believed this Rachel knockoff annoying bitch with a heart of gold. I believed this, this black guy constantly giving good ideas but being shafted and having his ideas stolen and having him, be kind of the third wheel to everybody. Fuck, I'm friends with him. Hi, Dion.
Piss off.
But, I loved this. I loved the idea of this. And then the plot happened.
What happened was, this Doug thought, okay, let's try to make a story arc out of a show about tearing apart and...
Hold on. Pause. Go to commercial. Hold on a second. Alright, so, that was quick. Demo reel. And it being pretty decent.
It was decent.
It wasn't as good as Doug Walker thought it was going to be.
I think that's where Florence fell apart. He was expecting something extravagant that everyone was going to accept. That did not happen.
He shot off a firework hoping for it to be a missile.
And to be brutally honest, it was somewhat in that range.
No.
But the fans, I hate to say it, but the fans weren't as accepting as I thought he was expecting.
Well, no, but here's the thing. I was accepting about it, and I can even tell you it wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as Nostalgia Critic. Fucking, I had more fun watching Video Game Confessions than this. It wasn't bad. It was a show that didn't know what it wanted to be. You've got these heartwarming things, like the episode with him and Uncle Yo and Ego Raptor.
Yeah.
And then you've got, oh man, we all got drunk and all this shit, and now Tecumseh's in a tutu and a leotard, and it's so funny. What the fuck is your atmosphere, demo reel? Because I'm getting emotional whiplash.
And I think that's it. Demo reel for the first good 4 episodes was just this really long experiment. Every episode just seemed like one really big experiment.
Tell me, what was Swag supposed to be?
I'm assuming it was supposed to be some kind of organization that did the same thing that Doug did.
Okay, but what I'm asking, right, is this the fucking equivalent of the Taliban or Team fucking Rocket? Because I didn't know whether to find these guys intimidating or be all like, oh, you're adorable.
Well, they are Swedes. So...
Yeah, and if Antonio Cesaro's anything to laugh about Swedes, that's a rant for another day. You don't know WWE. Antonio Cesaro can suck a nut the size of fucking Sweden itself. And that's my last word.
Alright.
But yeah, and then Critic came back with his review of The Odd Life of Timothy Green. And it was good. It was really good. It was Critic good. And then 2 weeks later, I'm assuming you've seen this.
Pearl Harbor?
Pearl Harbor? What?
No, not 2 weeks. That's his new review today.
Oh, that he has a new review out today?
Yes, he's reviewed the cinematic awesome travesty that is Pearl Harbor.
Oh my god, I haven't even seen that. I'll get to that. But no, I mean, is Twilight the worst thing ever? And I'm just like, okay, so this wasn't a critic review, because it's not a review.
Again, he's following up on what he said he was going to do, and what he was going to do was what any sensible person would do and not leave your fans hanging for 2 weeks and give you at least something to discuss.
I guess.
I thought it was interesting. I had fun with it. Really, I did.
I didn't. It wasn't really funny. It wasn't a review. It wasn't clever. It was basically just saying what almost every other person has said about Twilight. Again, including Doug Walker.
And I'm not upset about that. I'd rather enjoy him talking about Twilight. The problem is that he's already done it.
Yeah.
Actually.
Like, he's done his vlogs and shit like that, but now he's doing it in the critic character, which basically means it's the exact same review.
Nothing really changed. From what the whole discussion was, nothing changed.
No, like nothing at all. And sorry, go ahead.
That's what hurts the most, because you expect something very hilarious to happen, and didn't. Nothing happened.
Yeah, it's the critic saying either do something shocking and turn around and be like, oh no man, I've seen worse than Twilight, I sat through the room. Or just have him be like every fucking Twilight hater out there and do his nostalgia critic shtick on Twilight. Have him, mercilessly just pick apart the movie. And none of those two things happened. He kind of is like, oh no, it's a cinematic travesty upon mankind, but there's been worse, and we'll evolve past it.
But he's done that already.
Exactly.
But it's not the worst thing ever.
Like, okay, tell me, what would you rather see? Would you rather see Spoonie, Linkara, and April's, like, multi-part vlog on Breaking Dawn Part 2? Or the nostalgia critic kinda sorta talk about Twilight as a whole?
I would rather see the Spoonie.
I would rather see the Spoonie one too, especially since I can now confirm Spoonie and April are dating.
Interesting.
And because, like, he released a video of him and April eating and drinking these really weird Japanese shit. And she's like, after he drank something, she's like, we're never making out again, or something like that.
That is... Okay, I'm happy for Spoonie then.
Spoonie made a really bad joke, though. She drank something and she's like, that is one of the worst things I have ever put in my mouth. And Spoonie turned around and went, no, second worst. I am like, dude, that is not even cool. And then I turned around and went, wait, you're getting some from her? Dude, go Spoonie. Like, he had a little bit of a depression thing with Scarlet. And then he bounced back.
Somewhat. No, I know it was a bounce back, but my God, man, that took a long time. The man was falling apart at the seams, and now it seems like he's finally coming back.
Well, he is kind of clinically depressed.
He is. I know. I'm not bashing him.
I'm actually surprised at how many times we can see Spoonie smile and how much he's overcome. And it's what makes me hate fucking Lord Cat more.
We'll leave the Lord Cat discussion for another podcast.
Oh, we're gonna get to it, though, because I want to fire off on this fucker.
But let's not get off topic here.
Easier said than done, dickweed.
We are way off topic here, aren't we?
Easier said than done, dickweed.
God damn, we are way off topic. The point is,
Demo Reel was not as big as it thought it was going to be. He went back to the critic. The critic he's doing his critic thing.
But the one thing I'm upset about, and I'm not gonna let this go, is there's just the fans piss me off in a sense that so many of them wrote this off right from the beginning, before they even saw the episode.
You know what this reminds me of, kind of?
What?
It reminds me of when the anime fan base found out that Zac Efron was a potential pick for Light Yagami in the new Death Note.
Okay.
And they're like, no, we will never see him as Light Yagami because he's a fairy pansy-ass faggot dance up and down singer Disney Channel son of a bitch.
Which isn't fair. Which isn't fair at all.
Fucking really? Charlie St. Clair, you sacks of fuck. I headed a Death Note panel last year at Anime North 2012. And I told them, I'm like, really? Would you rather see Zac Efron, who, by the way, looks exactly the fucking part for Light Yagami? Exactly. There have been comparison fucking pictures. And a guy who can actually act. Like, this guy can act.
He can.
Or would you rather see, like, Shia LaFucking-Buff play it?
God, no.
Like, the one-man franchise-destroying machine.
I swear to God, if I find one comment in the bar that say, Shia LaBeouf is a good like young, I will mostly find and burn your house to the ground.
Burn it to the ground! Fire it up! Fire it up!
No, anyone who says Shia LaBeouf is an incredible actor. Shia LaBeouf only good when he was on Even Stevens. That's it. I will never accept him anywhere else.
Okay, honestly, I think we should just do the quintessential bad movie. I think we should take, like, Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson and put them in, like, a couples warfare movie with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. Have it be directed by M. Night Shyamalan. And, like...
We'll let Mike Bay near the TNTs and see what happens.
And, yeah, just let him near all the explosives. And, I don't know.
We can get Sylvester Stallone.
Nah, Stallone's doing his thing. Leave Stallone alone. He's doing some good shit, actually. What we should put is Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger. Did you hear about Schwarzenegger's 2 new movies, by the way?
No, I have not. Wait, 2 more? What the hell?
No, yeah, he's getting 2 new movies. He's getting one this year, in which he busts into a Mexican drug cartel, guns blazing.
Didn't he already just beat up another one?
Shh. Here's the funniest part. He has another one coming out next year in which he busts out of a Mexican drug cartel. I'm not even
the Mexican drug cartel?
I'm not even shitting you. These are just mindless action flicks, and you know what?
We love them.
I am so looking forward to it. It's gonna be nothing but Arnold Schwarzenegger beating up drugged up Mexicans, doing one-liners, and everybody pronouncing the fucking word essay like they're a fucking college professor.
Oh God.
I think it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. And and Hugh Jackman. Get
Okay.
Hugh Jackman in that movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Hugh Jackman's fucking amazing.
He is.
And you know who else should be in the movie with fucking Shia LaBeouf and Kristen Stewart?
Who?
Pauly Shore.
Does he even act still?
Yes, he does! Actually, because my mom's a fucking fan of Pauly Shore.
Why?
I don't know. She finds him funny. Then again, on the other hand, I find Dane Cook funny, so fucking apples and oranges at this point.
Dane Cook is funny.
Did you say Dane Cook?
I never say his name right, no matter how hard I try.
Dane Cook, you illiterate fuckton.
Dane. Fail. Sorry, I played Paper Mario.
But yeah, no, yeah, he's actually doing a new movie this year. Fucking Pauly Shore, why? But yeah, get him in that movie. And Keanu Reeves. Put like a trench coat and a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses on fucking Keanu Reeves and give Pauly Shore a shitty haircut.
There we go. We basically have a semi-plot, another biodome.
I'm not asking for plot. I'm just saying put these people in a movie.
Oh my God, I just realized something.
What?
We should have, and bear with me, hold on a second, go with me on this one.
Okay.
We should have them all, if we're gonna make this, let's have them all in a giant dome and just see what happens.
Well, like a reality TV show.
They're all over the place, and why not?
And just like pump the biodome every episode with a new chemical.
Yeah, basically.
Like pump it with powder ecstasy. And just watch them fuck. $20 says the first 5 minutes of the movie, Pauly Shore and fucking Robert Pattinson start fucking.
I will give you money on that one. And I'm gonna give $50 more if we see at least see Megan Fox try to murder Shia LaBeouf in cold blood for ruining half of her movie career.
Oh, yeah. He fucking ruined it. Not her calling her fucking director Hitler.
But, I still question that, though, under the internal grounds that, yeah, she's as good an actor as people hope.
Oh, and here's another thing. Megan Fox turned down the role of Wonder Woman because she's too good for it.
I give up. You fit the role so well. Both most physically. But
Not even that. Fucking Megan Fox is not that hot. I'm sorry, but she's just not. And Wonder Woman is built like two stakes glued to a shit fucking brick house. You want a fucking person to play Wonder Woman? Get China. Tell me you did not just drop the fucking call. You fucking cum guzzler. Technical difficulties, bitches. We'll be right back.